Good evening, everybody. Welcome to MetropoliFins. We are game on. This is game 2 of the New York Mets season. We will be here all night with coverage live, play-by-play, letting you go. I fortunately had just purchased a brand new iPhone, so that means I get 3 months of Apple TV for free. So we're going to be streaming alongside the Apple TV game, especially for those of you who can't follow along. The audio, I believe, is still available for you on the MLB TV app if you want to listen to the radio broadcast and hear the Mets announcers. But just in case it doesn't work for you, we're going to be watching this game live. And so I'm super excited to have you here with us today. We are MetropoliFins. We are YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel. We're just about ready for the first pitch. Of course, the Mets are the road team on the road in Houston. This is the batting order for tonight. It's going to start off with Francisco Lindor at short, Juan Soto in right, Pete Alonso at first. Those will be your first three for most of the time on your normal lineup. A little switch around here, and cleanup, it's going to be Nimmo in left. Then Vientos is playing third. Jesse Winker is the designated hitter. Tyron Taylor is the center fielder. And Brett Beatty playing second, and Luis Torrens is catching today. So that is going to be your New York Mets starting lineup as we get ready to go here. We'll see. I don't know how much of a lag there will be on Apple TV versus normal or whatever. So first pitch is a strike right down the middle. So Lindor being patient here. That was a good pitch. So Lindor just trying to run up the pitch count a little bit. Hunter Brown is the pitcher for the Astros here tonight. Good evening to all of you. Hope you're doing awesome. Pitch 2 is strike 2 as well. Right down the middle. And he goes down swinging, so there's going to be one out here in the top of the first inning. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and 1 out for the Mets in the top of the first. Of course, the Mets yesterday really struggled to get that clutch hit, which has been kind of the common struggle that they have had over the years. They just struggled to get that hit with Juan Soto up. Some cheers, some jeers. Just what's going to be. First pitch is a strike. Soto's smiling. Soto's happy to be here. Of course, he was saying how he wanted to be the hero last night, and that didn't work. That pitch is low. That's the first ball of the game. 1 ball, 1 strike to Juan Soto. We actually have our Juan Soto soda ready for tonight if there's a bomb soda. I don't know if I'll chug the whole thing, but we're ready. I got water in the meantime. All right, that is a check swing, but it's going to be a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Juan Soto. This crowd is really amped up in Houston for sure. I'm so glad to actually get to watch this game yesterday. MLB TV was having issues. I was not able to get a clear MLB TV signal until about 11 p.m. last night when I was turned on the Athletics game. And that's going to be a called third strike. So Hunter Brown is pounding the strike zone, and so far the Mets have not been able to catch up with it. Soto's having a little conversation with umpire. There's no pitch challenges in the regular season. That's a good pitch. I don't know if they're gonna. Yeah, that looks like a strike. So you got to remember, there's going to be a ton of pressure on Soto here. First pitch is a strike, high and inside. It's Pete Alonso. It's not quite an immaculate inning, but this has been a very impressive first inning being pitched here by Hunter Brown for the Astros. The Mets have yet to get a bat on a ball. They've yet to have a good swing. So, but we'll see. We'll see how this all goes. That one's high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Pete Alonso at the plate. Check on in. Let me know who you are, how you're doing here tonight. Appreciate you. We're going to try to cover as many of these games live as we possibly can. So the best way you can do that is hit that like, hit that subscribe, let people know that we are here. And there's another strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Pete Alonso. So It's been 9 pitches, 10 pitches. What is it? 6, 7, 10 pitches, 8 strikes so far. So, yeah, it's definitely been a rough first inning for the Mets hitters here. We'll see what they can do. See if Pete can at least foul this ball off. And no, that's a strike. Wow, that looked like a strike. I think they would have challenged that one had the challenge system been there. It was 100 miles an hour. That for sure looked like that was going to be strike 3. So Pete got bailed out on that one. That was not a great call. It's definitely the type of pitch you're going to want McGill to be getting. And Pete hits it. It goes high. It is far. And against the wall, a jumping grab. Pete just missed it. Just got under it a little bit. A leaping grab out in the outfield. That was a good grab by, who is that? Is that Jake Myers out there? Yeah, Jake Myers made a good grab up against the wall. All right, we're going to get our banners going here. I always forget to get those rolling. So it is 0-0 Mets and Astros. So we go to the bottom of the first inning. There you go. There's the score. Scrolling for everybody in case you're just coming in trying to get caught up on the game. Welcome, everybody. We are MetropoliFins, YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel, at least for now. So you can help us out by hitting that like, hitting that subscribe. We're family friendly, so we like to have some fun, but we are family friendly. So family friendly, F-bomb free. I was kind of trying to come up with a slogan tonight. I don't know if that works. So just having fun. I wanted to create the type of Met stream that my kids could watch. And, there's lots of really good streamers out there, but they're not all family friendly streamers. So that's part of the reason I wanted to do this, because I know I would love for my kids to be able to follow along and listen to a Mets game. And maybe even tonight, they'll get to listen to me as they go to bed. So we're hanging out here. The Mets obviously were not really able to do much of anything yesterday. People were kind of piling on Clay Holmes, I think, more than necessary yesterday. I mean, I'm perfectly fine if Clay Holmes gives up 3 runs on a regular basis. I think if you want to fault him for anything, it was not getting through the 5th inning. However, that's probably also not his fault in the sense that they're on pretty strict pitch counts, especially early in the season. I believe he had 88 or 89 pitches yesterday. So, all right. We're going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and get a second stream up for any of you who, yes, by fur, they did. My son, they did win their Little League. It was a walk run. So, let's see. So, Kaylee, I will have to check messages after the stream. Let me do that. Altuve is up here for the Astros. So I'll do that. I might have to adjust my times just a little bit. But I will check that and I will get back to you as soon as this game is over, Kaylee. So, and then the kids won their Little League game last night. It was a walk, and then he stole second and third and home on the walk as they just were not really paying attention, just ran right around the bases to get out of it. So I will for sure check on that. But yeah, so they won. I believe they're 7-2-2 on the season now. So the offense was a little tight, but my son pitched yesterday. Pitched about 40 pitches. Altuve checked his swing on that. It's going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tyler McGill, I'm hoping that this is his breakout season. He needs it for sure. We need him. We need McGill to have his breakout season. I love McGill. I love cheering him on. Big fan of him. There we go. That's a good pitch. Got him swinging there. So that is a strikeout of Jose Altuve by Tyler McGill. So we'll take that. Astros lineup is going to be Altuve, Isaac Paredes, Yordan Alvarez, Christian Walker, Yanier Diaz, Jeremy Pena, Cam Smith, Brendan Rodgers, and Jake Myers. So that's what we have going on here tonight. So I appreciate each and every one of you hanging out with us here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We've actually already been doing these live streams since the start of spring training, and hopefully you like the background. We fiddle with a lot of different options. Not that we can't keep fiddling with other options as well, but we're going to do this. I'm going to just get a scoreboard stream up as well. Oh, they got the ump cam going tonight. That's a pulled foul ball by Isaac Paredes. The other thing, Kaylee, just so you know, I tried to stream tonight and my Cricket phone was not streaming. So I'm going to work with it and see if there's something I can fix on that. So hopefully I don't have to do anything drastic, because I don't know if it was just where I was in town, just no signal, but everything else was loading. I just couldn't, it wasn't letting me stream out. So I don't know if it was a YouTube issue or whatever. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That ball is low. It's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes to Paredes here at the plate. There is 1 out in the bottom of the first. Nothing. Mets went down in 1, 2, 3 order. Whatever. Went down 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first. Ooh, just off that outside corner. That is a ball. So it's a full count here. So McGill, we need him to not lose it. By first. So basically, the reason they have Pete in the 3-hole. Yeah, it was a walk-off, walk-run. I don't even know. Like, I scored it as a walk and 3 stolen bases because I'm the scorekeeper. I mean, Paredes launches that out. Tyrone Taylor covers that ground, though. Records that out in center field. There are 2 outs here. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. By the way, in the 7th inning, we will be rating some other baseball streamers, getting the word out there and just showing some love, helping out some smaller creators. I know we're a smaller creator, but we've had that shared with us for football streams and stuff. So we're going to start that during our 7th inning stretch. We'll do that. Ball 1, high and inside to Yordan Alvarez. So Viper on Nimmo, basically, it's going to be a righty-lefty. So when it's a lefty, like yesterday, do I have that right? Hold on. Do I ever? Anyway, so you're going to see, like with yesterday's lineup, you're going to see Vientos as the cleanup hitter and Acuna in the lineup. And then on the other days, you're going to see Nimmo as the cleanup hitter, Vientos in 5, and then you're going to see Beatty playing. That's kind of at least how they're starting. The reason they want Pete in the 3 holes, they want Pete to get up every inning. Grounder straight to Lindor at short. He throws across the diamond, and there are 3 outs. And there we go. The New York Mets get out of the first inning. It is 0-0, and we are going to the top of the 2nd inning. So due up is Nimmo, Vientos, and Jesse Winker gets his first start of the 2024 season. All right, so I'm just setting up another stream here. So yesterday, I just streamed the game cast of this Mets game, and that did really well. So on the days that I can't be streaming, I think I'm going to try to do that a little bit more often. So, but I'm just going to get this set up here while we're on commercial break. You're not missing anything, but this is the time for you to put your comments in and say hello, check in with the chat here. Appreciate everybody being here with us. If you haven't seen the video, I put out a video of the absolute chaos that happened yesterday around baseball, not just Mets. In fact, there was very little Mets chaos whatsoever yesterday. But all right. Let's see. We need to find a thumbnail that I can use for this. We're going to do that one. Appreciate everybody being here with us. Just a second. I'm just trying to get this stream set up. So we want it today. We're going to just call it at 8:30 p.m. So then what I did on that other stream is I just turned comments off, so that way I didn't have to worry about moderating it, because you will get spammers and stuff that are on there. All right, Brandon Nimmo is at the plate for the Mets here on the top of the second. Takes first pitch for a ball. It's the first batter who's not had a first pitch strike against him. Nimmo rips this one out to left field, and there's a base hit. Nice, solid single. That's a very good piece of hitting going the other way by Brandon Nimmo. It's exactly what you're looking for there. There are times that you're going to want the power out of Nimmo, and then there's times that you're going to want Nimmo to be in leadoff batter mode. This particular case, that's where you want him to be in the leadoff batter mode for sure. Let's center that up. We're going to mute that. Let's go over here. I almost have my other stream set up. Nimmo steals. He's picked off, but the ball is dropped. So Nimmo's going to get there. I don't know if they're going to call that an error or a stolen base. There's lots of talk that Nimmo was not going to be stealing a lot this year because of his foot. I mean, he was absolutely picked off. Totally pulled up. It was going to get into a rundown. The ball dropped. And so Nimmo had 15 steals last season. I don't know what they're going to call that. I'll have to see how they score that. First pitch is a strike. So that was before Vientos even got a pitch. There's a swing and a miss. That's going to be no balls and 2 strikes on Mark Vientos. They're going to call it officially a caught stealing and then an error. So it ruins Nimmo. Nimmo had 15 successful stolen bases without getting caught. Oh, that was just a little bit high there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2. Marky V. Here, we've got a runner on second. Nobody out. So the Mets are threatening here. I don't know. Should we bring out the rally pig for the first time this year? Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to bring out the rally pig. That is just a little bit outside. Here, I'm going to angle this down. I don't have a chair right now in here. So I got to find something to put the rally pig on. Oh, there we go. There's a liner down to left field. That's going to score the run. Rally pig comes through. It's an RBI double for Mark Vientos. Bye. Bye. Yeah, have a good trip. Are you hitting it nice bright and early tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good.
You must be New York Yankee or
Mets. Yeah.
Twins have one game yet.
No, neither the Mets. So. But we just scored.
Phillies are 3-0.
Yeah. All right. Well,
The
have
Dodgers hit a whole bunch of home runs today.
yeah. They hit lots of home runs every day. So.
Yeah, quite a team.
Yeah.
Get some.
All right, sorry. We got lots of things going on here. Rally Pig is coming through strong. It is now 2-0 Mets on the Jesse Winker RBI single. We got to update here. We got to update the score. What I love about this, the best part that I'm loving about this right now is that this is not the top of the order. This started with Brandon Nimmo, then Vientos, and now Winker. So this is your 4, 5, and 6 coming through the lineup depth that we are talking about here. So, all right, let's go live on this. I'm keeping the rally pig going, though. That's on the inside corner. By the way, this is Tyrone Taylor, who is at the plate. So the Mets have a 2-0 lead. 2-0 lead for the Mets. That ball is popped foul out of play. So I appreciate everybody being here tonight. The Mets are scoring some runs here in the second inning. It's 2-0 with a runner on first, and there is still nobody out. So after Lindor, Soto, and Alonso look completely overpowered by Hunter Brown. After that, the 4, 5, and 6 the Mets lineup has just looked absolutely phenomenal here. Good at bats, putting the ball into play. That ball is low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one is hit back to the mound. That's going to be thrown to second and then on to first for a double play. So that'll be 2 outs there. Clear off the bases. Just sometimes when you hit the ball, it just goes right at somebody. There's just nothing you can do about that. But, all right. Rally Pig has done his magic, so we're going to put him back off to the side for now. We got what we needed when we needed it. All right, so it is 2-0 Mets in the top of the second here. And Brett Beatty, I'll be honest, despite the matchup, I still think he should have started yesterday. He has been absolutely on fire all spring. I think he had earned the opening day start regardless of matchup. We have seen Brett be able to hit righties, or hit lefties, I mean. This is popped up out to short left field, and that is going to be retired. So that is going to end the inning as we head to the bottom of the second inning. It is Mets 2, Astros nothing. All right, let's do this. We'll go over the full scoreboard for you right now of all the games, either over or in action. One game is complete on the day. The Rays and the Rockies did not even play yesterday. They had their first game of the season, so it was their official opening day. Rays won that game 3-2 in the Yankees spring training facility. All right, and then in terms of games that are going on right now, the deepest game right now is Pirates over the Marlins, 4-0. Blue Jays over the Orioles, 4-2. That is the Pirates Marlins game's bottom of the fifth. Blue Jays over the Orioles, bottom 4. The bottom of the second, Red Sox and Rangers are scoreless. Our game, of course, is 2-0. And then you've got 4 late games: Cubs and Diamondbacks, Athletics and Mariners, Braves and Padres. Those all start at 9:40, and then 10:10 is Tigers at Dodgers. So that's the breakdown, catching you up of all the scores from around the league here today. So appreciate you guys being with us. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're still on commercial break, so we're not missing anything. Appreciate y'all being here. This Dr. Pepper looks really good, so I'm all in for a Juan Soto homer, so I can do that. But we got to get this. So By the way, Tyler McGill so far, 1 inning in the books, looking good. So don't forget, Tyler McGill was part of one of the Mets combined, the Mets combined no-hitter. He was the starting pitcher for it. So he's not officially thrown the no-hitter because you got to do all 9 innings for that. But he does have the stuff when he's on to do it. His problem always tends to be second, third time through the lineup. That always tends to be where he struggles a little bit more. So I'm hoping his just age, maturity, practice, all of that will continue this year. They got Lindor mic'd up on Apple TV here tonight. And for this inning, Lindor he's got a Mr. Met glove on. First pitch is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. That ball is grounded to Lindor while he's mic'd up. Makes the play. Throws it across to first, and the batter is retired. Lindor said he was expecting the hit to come to him because every time you get mic'd up, the ball comes to you. First pitch strike. McGill is looking really sharp here so far. So absolutely, we will take this here today. Turn up the brightness on my screen just a little bit. It is 2-0 Mets, 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. That is just a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike here. Yanier Diaz. He is at the plate. That ball goes right to Lindor again. He's mic'd up. He makes the second play. You're going to see these on the highlights if you don't get a chance to see it yet. It's back-to-back plays. That was a soft little liner right to Lindor. All right, so there's now 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning, 2-0 Mets. Both of those balls were hit to Lindor while he's mic'd up on this broadcast. Lindor is such a likable guy. Such a great personality and just shines through on this interview that they're doing with him on the field as well. It's Terens, Lindor, and Soto are due up in the top of the third for the Mets. Just so you guys know, it is 2-0 Mets. Feel free to comment in. Let me know what's going on with you. Are you liking what you're seeing so far out of this team tonight? This is feeling a lot more like the team that we were hoping to see this year than yesterday was. So that ball's fouled way out of the way. I'm standing tonight, by the way, too, because so my in-laws were here because it was their final night. They are headed back home. They're done being snowbirds. They're headed back to the snow. That one's a little bit outside, so we don't have enough chairs. So then my chair got borrowed. So I'm doing a stand-up stream here tonight. All right, it is 2 balls and 2 strikes here. That ball is popped up. Soto's coming in, and he makes the play. There you go. That is 2 great innings. No runs, no hits, nobody left. I always wanted to say that. I always heard the announcer say that. It is 2-0 Mets, and we are going to the top of the 3rd inning. Luis Torrens is going to lead off, and then we'll go right to the top of the lineup. So then Lindor and Soto will come up after him. So appreciate you guys being here tonight. We are MetropoliFins, YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, help support a small channel. Oh, I know what I need to do on that other stream. I need to throw the music on. Let me do. Let's get the banner off there on that one. All right, so we are on commercial break. You are not missing anything. Let me do one other thing here really quick, just so I don't have to moderate it. Let's go in here. We're going to edit those details and customization, and then we're going to just turn off the live chat so I don't have to worry about that. Sorry, I'm just dancing to the commercial music. You guys want some music? I can put music on for you guys in between too while I'm dancing. I don't have anything crazy, but we are on commercial break. Luis Torrens is going to be due up. All right, so we are here rocking and rolling on a Friday night watching some New York Mets baseball. If you are stuck because you can't watch this game because you don't have Apple TV, but you do have the MLB TV subscription, you can at least listen to the audio of the radio broadcast, the Mets radio broadcast. So Luis Torrens is up. First pitch is a called strike. I do kind of like the ump cam view. It's kind of cool. Kind of a cool view. Man, that ball comes so fast. Like, you see it at first. Like, it's pretty easy. And I know I'm watching on a camera, but you see it. It's pretty easy to see the ball come out of the pitcher's hand. But then it just seems to, like, teleport from the pitcher's hand to, like, the catcher's glove. It's amazing how fast that goes. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes on Torrens here. Should I throw up the Mets game day stream separate as well? I don't know. How many streams should I run at once? And Torrens strikes out there, swinging. So there's going to be 1 out in the top of the 3rd inning. Let's try. Let's do it. We'll do one more. We're going to set up one more StreamYard stream here while we're doing this. Lindor pops this one up. It's going to be fouled out of play. It's going to be no balls and 2 strikes on Francisco Lindor. So we are rocking and rolling here on a Friday night. Appreciate each and every one of you hanging out with us. Let's go here. That one's high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Lindor. That's also high. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Lindor. So far, this game is going as good as you could hope if you are a Mets fan. This 2-0 Mets, all their production came from like the 4 through 6 slots in their lineup. Lindor fouls that one away. Not a great pitch, but it's a good pitch to spoil for 2 strikes. Lindor is like basically first, second, or third among shortstops in all the major stats since 2021 in the last 4 years, and he hasn't made a single All-Star game. I put a lot of that on Mets fans for being way too critical of Lindor and not really looking at the big picture. I mean, it definitely hurts him that he gets off to slow starts, and basically All-Star game voting is based only on the first half of the season. We need to get that fixed this year, Mets fans. He grounds that one to first. He does hustle hard down the line, but Christian Walker beats him to the bag, so there's going to be 2 outs here. And everybody's man of the moment, Juan Soto. We've got our Juan Soto soda ready to go. Crowd's booing. It's funny, the fans are booing, and then Soto and the catcher, the Astros, are just talking like normal people. Let's just copy that. First pitch is outside. Man, they are just anything that's close on a check swing, they're calling on Soto. Is Soto going to get like a large share of like kind of questionable calls all season because of the contract that he got? I hope not. Soto fouls that one away. It's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Soto rips one. He gets it high. He gets it gone. It's gone. It's a bomb. Soto for Juan Soto. Here's Juan Soto for Juan Soto. He absolutely got that. Does that feel good, Mets fans? It should. It should feel good. That's why you have them. Man, that's exciting. Like 1 ball, 2 strikes, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are in the count. There's just no safe pitch there. A huge home run by Juan Soto. His first home run as a New York Met. Put that soda for Juan Soto in the chat. Let's go, Mets, baby. Let's update this score. It is now 3-0 New York Mets. 3-0 New York Mets as we are in the top of the 3rd inning. And again, this is why you have Soto as high up in the lineup as you can possibly get him, because you want every possible at bat. Pete Alonso is at the plate here. So busy celebrating all that. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pete fouls that one out of play. The thing was, it wasn't a bad pitch, guys. Man, that bat speed is just so beautiful. So beautiful. I mean, it was off like the rafters to the second deck. That was so beautiful. I can't drink all my soda, though, because he's going to be up again. Soda's the type of guy who can easily hit 2 or 3 homers in a game. All right. So we're going to have panic attacks and stuff now? Or can we relax a little bit and just enjoy a baseball season? And Pete swings through that one. That's going to be strike 3. But the Mets score 1 on a Juan Soto bomb. Soto. We are headed to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It is your New York Mets 3. Houston Astros, nothing. Tyler McGill is on the mound. He is pitching like a madman. Let's We're going to update the title here really quick to Juan Soto, first home run. All right, let's do it over here. It's not going to let me do it there. So we are on commercial break. You are not missing anything, but if you didn't just hear, Juan Soto just hit his first homer as New York Met. It is 3-0. It was a solo shot, but it was on a 1-ball, 2-strike count. It wasn't a bad pitch, guys, but that bat speed to cover the inside part of the plate like he did, it was so impressive. Looked so good. All right, let's see. I'm trying to get one other stream up and rolling here, if I can figure it out really quick. Oh yeah, it's up here somewhere, isn't it? Let's go here. That's the one I'm looking for. Public. What time do I want this to be? Let's just do it for 8:50. Well, I appreciate everybody hanging out here today. Let's enter the studio on this one. All right. It is no balls, 1 strike. Cam Smith is at the plate. Cam Smith is a really good rookie, guys. Definitely someone that, if his trajectory continues, you will be looking forward to for years to come. That ball's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. You've got Tyler McGill is pitching super well. Let's see how he does, especially as he moves into the second time through. Oh, that's a nice pitch on the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one is spiked in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right, it's full count once again here. Really don't want McGill to lose this guy. That's fouled away. Remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Let's turn that banner off on that one. So it is the bottom of the 3rd inning. Tyler McGill is pitching. Oh, beautiful pitch for a called strike 3. Absolutely beautiful pitch. Let me know if I'm a little laggy on the stream, guys. I can't tell. Maybe I'm trying to do too much at once here. Trying to push the capability of my computer to its limits. But maybe I'm doing a little too much. 1 ball, no strikes. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. This is Brendan Rodgers, former Colorado Rocky. That's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Is that better? I may be trying to do the 3 streams at once is just a little too much for this computer to handle. I'm going to see if there's any other windows open too that I can close that I don't need. There's that one. That is lined out to Brett the Met Beatty. So there's 2 outs. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Tyler McGill pitching really well. There you go. First pitch is a nice curveball in for a strike. Jake Myers is up. This is a 9-hole hitter, so this is the first time through the Astros lineup for McGill. I just hope. I hope this is the year McGill can take a nice step forward. Foul ball. No balls and 2 strikes. Quickly out ahead. 0-2 on Jake Myers here. Let's see if he can put him away right here. Going to go curveball in the dirt. Fastball up high. What are we doing? Oh, we're going fastball out and away. It's going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Had to figure that was not going to be a pitch for a strike no matter what. And he strikes him out. 3 up, 3 down. We are going to the top of the 4th inning. It is New York Mets 3, Astros nothing. All right. I think I'm going to do this. I'm testing lots of things out, but I'm not getting a lot of people actually looking up and watching the scoreboard stream. So I'm going to end that stream actually as we speak. All right. So we're going to finish that. Because if I can only push out 2 streams at once, I want them to be both Mets related for I think I can do that. I think this I can put there. We're on commercial break, so you aren't missing anything. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us here tonight. like I said, I'm just trying to figure out the capabilities of my computer. How much can I push it, but not lose the actual streaming experience for everybody else? Well, let's make that nice and big so we can do that. All right, enter the studio here. Let's take that banner down. We're going to mute that. We are going to share our screen. All right, we are at the top of the fourth inning here, and Brandon Nimmo is leading off, which is great because Nimmo has been a leadoff hitter, so it's nice when he gets to be the leadoff hitter in an inning, even though he's hitting fourth in the lineup. So he's got that versatility. He can go up and hit for power, but he can also just go up to get on base. Wow, they're calling every check swing a strike. That's so crazy to me. Every check swing is being called a strike for the Mets here. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike two to Nimmo here. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the top of the fourth inning. That's going to be low. Good take by Nimmo. It was a close pitch, but that was a good take. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Post that really quick. He swings at it. It's in the dirt, gets away. Catcher throws down to first to retire him. So there's going to be 1 out for the Mets here in the top of the fourth inning. It's going to bring up Mark Vientos. Vientos grounds it up the middle. Second baseman gets over there. Altuve throws him out at first. That's a good hit, but they were able to get that pitch or get that hit cut off. So there's going to be 2 outs here in the top of the fourth inning. All right. Once I know what I'm doing here, I am going to completely make sure I have these things set up ahead of time in the future. So we're going to go. We got to have this go live. Wow, that was way high and outside. We need to get this ball strike challenge system stat. Two balls and 1 strike. That's a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's going to be low and in the dirt. Three balls and two strikes to Jesse Winker. Mets haven't really strung anything together yet this inning. That's low. That's going to be ball four. That's good. Good job by Jesse Winker to work a walk there, especially with a couple of bad pitches. Some good patience, especially with 2 outs, just to get the base runner on. Appreciate each and every one of you hanging out with us here tonight. So it is 3-0 Mets in the top of the 4th inning. There are 2 outs. Jesse Winker is on first base. Taylor grounds it softly back to the pitcher, and he is going to be thrown out at first, and that is going to end the inning. We are going to the bottom of the 4th inning. So we are currently on commercial break. Appreciate each and every one of you hanging out with us here tonight. Hope you are doing well. We are on commercial break right now. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. At what point in time do we start thinking about what sort of game McGill is pitching? I'm very superstitious, so I don't want to break anything that might be really good for the Mets here. Trying to make sure I got everything else closed. I'm sure I've got more stuff open on this computer or more files on this computer than I should. So, all right, let's work on this. Guess we're going to need to do a computer upgrade eventually here. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us here tonight. We are MetropoliFins. Would you guys rather just have, would it be better if we just, instead of having this, if you actually had the game cast in the background? I don't know. Problem is it's not always synced up with what I have. All right, it's 2 balls and 1 strike. We are back to the top of the Astros lineup. It is Jose Altuve at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. That is on the inside corner there. 1 ball, 1 strike for Altuve. Or sorry, 2 balls and 2 strikes, not 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jose Altuve. Altuve grounds it through the middle, and that will be the first hit of the game for the Astros. Just barely squeezed through. Lindor made a dive for it, but he was not able to get it. Isaac Paredes is now at the plate. First pitch is a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. All right, so the first time tonight, Tyler McGill is pitching with runners on base. Let's see how he handles everything here. That's inside, 2 balls and no strikes. So McGill's got to learn how to get through the lineup a second time and even a third time. So this is the part where just McGill shows so much promise that first time through the lineup. Can he battle through? That's a foul ball. 2 balls and 1 strike to Isaac Paredes. Jose Altuve is on first. No outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That ball is grounded fair down the third baseline past Vientos. And their Astros have a rally going on here. Runners on first and third with nobody out in the top of in the bottom of the 4th inning. So again, there's kind of a genuine rally going on here. It's a good hit. Vientos didn't do anything wrong on that. Just goes right over the third base bag. So McGill trying to navigate this. Yordan Alvarez at the plate here. First pitch is a nice strike in the bottom part of the zone. No balls, 1 strike. That's really important, I think, for McGill. Maybe more so than other pitchers. Like, if he's working from behind in the count, that puts him in a really tough place. Ooh, got him to swing at one that was low and in the dirt. No balls and 2 strikes. I don't know if that was a bad swing or a good pitch or maybe a little bit of both. Yordan was looking fastball all the way and got totally fooled on that. So that's nice. No balls and 2 strikes here. This is a very dicey situation for McGill and the Mets. It's going to go high. Oh, pop fly pretty deep, but not quite to the warning track. It's going to score the run. So it's going to be 3-1 on the sacrifice fly. He just got under that. He did not miss that by much. So it is now 3-1 Mets here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. If you don't like me talking and you just want to follow along with the game, we have a separate stream going on where you can just follow the game cast. That's actually kind of a lot of people over there. Maybe I'll open up chat on that one too. Let's do it. Let's open up chat on that since I can manage both for right now. All right, we got that. And for those of you who are interested, I'll send you the link in case you don't want to hear me and you just want to follow along the game and have a little music playing, or if you want to mute it or whatever. If you want to just do that, we'll just leave that option open for you as well. So this is Gamecast. No commentary. But I just opened up chat over there. So if you feel more comfortable, I'll put that up on the screen. So if you just, oh, that doesn't, hold on. Let's, let me try that again. Gamecast, no commentary. See if it shows any better this time. We'll try it again here. Gamecast, no commentary. There's the link. So if you just want to follow along with the game and you don't want my commentary, or you just want to mute it and then listen on the radio app, I totally understand that. And there's strike 3. So there's a good strikeout for McGill. So one of the things that you got to do as a pitcher is you got to find ways to minimize the damage of what is going on, you know, with when things don't go your way. Ooh, I don't want to shrink that too much. Let's do, because if I shrink it, does that shrink that too? So I appreciate everybody. Feel free to hang out on whatever stream suits you better. Appreciate you guys so much. We're going to minimize. Going to close some extra windows here. Do this. Make this a little bit better for you, hopefully. Is this... How's it going, Lisa? Can you let me know if the stream is really choppy on your end? Maybe I'm trying to do too much. Maybe I need to set up a separate computer, but I'm kind of wondering if my video is choppy. All right. Well, McGill strikes out the last two guys to get out of that inning. So appreciate everybody being here tonight. We are MetropoliFins. We're YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel. But please let me know if you're having is the video slow for you? Yeah, so I guess I'm just trying to push out too much. I'm trying to push out 2 live streams at once. So maybe I've got to see if I have to use a separate computer here. Trying to find different ways to engage with people and work, but obviously this one computer is not able to do both at the same time. So what are we gonna do? Let's do, hold on one second. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know. I guess it's just too much stuff. So let me do this. I am going to, because the other stream is going just fine. And I'm going to just, I wonder if I'm just using up too much memory here. So I'm going to move some things. I'm just going to move some stuff off of the computer and just try to free up. I wonder if I just have too much memory in use. So we are directly plugged into the router. Let me take a little, see if, yeah, I mean, there should be plenty of storage here, but I'm just wondering if I'm stressing out the Wi-Fi just a little bit too much. I mean, it's definitely still choppy. All right. Brett Beatty is at the plate for the Mets here. We are in the top of the 5th inning. Let me get my banner adjusted here. No balls and 2 strikes to Brett Beatty here. Top of the 5th inning, Mets are up 3-1. That's the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brett Beatty. Yeah, I guess I just can't do both streams on the same computer at the same time. Beatty foul tips that one into the catcher's mitt. And he strikes out. Of course, all the Brett Beatty people are going to go nutso. I hope everybody is doing well here tonight. All right, Luis Torrens is now up for the Mets. I guess we're just trying to do too much. One ball, one strike. Torrens pops that one foul out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Not completely frozen. Yeah, that's the standard we're going with. It was fine. It was actually completely fine before, and then I was just trying to run a separate stream, but no one's even watching the separate stream at the moment, so we're going to end that. And we're just going to see if this speeds it up. Yep, no problem. It was just I can't run 2 streams out at the same time. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. All right. Hold on. I'll be right back. All right. The Mets are retired there. We should be unfrozen now. So basically, doing the Mets stream on the Gamecast works great, but I can't pump out 2 streams from this computer. It's too old. Too old. All right, so we are going to the bottom of the 5th inning here. It remains Mets 3, Astros 1. So I hope everybody is doing well tonight. We're on commercial break, so you're not missing anything. How's it going, Jonathan? Good game for the Mets so far. Good game. We'll see how McGill does here because what's his pitch count at? It's at 60. So, I mean, ideally, you should be able to get 2 more innings out of McGill, but I always get scared. Every extra round through the lineup that McGill goes seems to be just a little dicier than the previous one. Yeah, I'm doing it for you. I'm taking the hit. I'm taking the hit for you guys. The only reason, so I'm not paying for it, so you guys know. But I just checked to see like free ways to get Apple TV, and since I just purchased an iPhone on within the last 3 months, it comes with a free 3 months of Apple TV. So that's why I'm doing it. That's why I decided to do it. I'm like, all right, we'll do it this way. And I know there's maybe not as many people have access to the game. If you have the MLB subscription, like the MLB TV, you could still listen to the radio broadcast, which is what I would normally choose to do. Just listen to the radio broadcast. All right, Jeremy Pena leads off. Twitter/X. Woo. It's the second one that McGill has spiked in the dirt here tonight. 1 ball, no strikes. Like I said, Jeremy Pena is leading off. The Astros had a pretty big threat last inning, but I would say McGill was pretty impressive because he got the one out that was the sacrifice fly that they scored the run on, and then he got back-to-back strikeouts to get out of the inning. Okay, so you got the radio that way then. Sounds good. That's what I like is like when I'm out and about, even when it's on Apple TV, just that's kind of a friendly note for everybody, no matter what team you follow, even if it's on Apple TV. Usually your local radio broadcasts will still be available on the MLB if you have that subscription. Jeremy Pena launches this one, but he got under it just enough. Tyrone Taylor tracks it down. That was a little nerve-wracking, not going to lie. That looked like it was going to be a kind of a big deal. Well, for those of you who missed it so far, Tyler McGill's pitching pretty well. Got in a little trouble last inning. Juan Soto hit his first home run of the game, or of the season in this game. That was a solo shot. It was a really impressive high inside corner fastball. Just the bat speed that he showed on that was so amazing. First pitch is just on the outside corner. Just outside. Wow. Thought for sure that was a strike. Guess not. So it is 1 ball and no strikes. Cam Smith, Astros rookie, is at the plate. They're interviewing CJ Stroud right now because football, I guess. I mean, I know. He's Houston Texans. Houston connection makes sense. That ball is outside as well. Now it's 3 balls and no strikes. All those pitches have been really close. McGill's definitely getting squeezed in the strike zone just a little bit. Thankfully for him, the Astros have swung at a couple bad pitches, but this is a danger pitch right here. There you go. There gets that in. Called strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Let's see what his plan is here. You still have to attack him here because Cam Smith is still a rookie. So, and he's in the 7 hole for a reason because he hasn't proven himself as a top hitter yet. So I think you have to challenge him. Yeah, and he grounds it foul. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good job on McGill. One of the things I like, it doesn't look like McGill is mentally bending or breaking as much as maybe he would have in the past. He looks like he has a much more professional hitter approach going on. And so definitely liking that. Let's see if you can put him away here. Oh, man. Just missed on that outside corner again. He got squeezed. That one was a ball, but that's just that overall. All right. That's a hard take for Cam Smith, so kudos to him for taking that. But it's outside, but barely. That's rough though to give up this leadoff walk. All right, what's McGill's pitch count? Because you got to figure he's not going to go much past 80, right? He's at 70, so I'm sure they want to get him through this inning if they can. You can get McGill through this inning with a lead. He can leave with a chance as the winning pitcher. This ball is grounded to third. Vientos to second. Beatty makes the turn on to first. Pete makes the stretch. Double play. Side retired. Pitcher's best friend. That was really good. Man, Vientos to Beatty to Alonso. That's such a cool call to make, isn't it? Third to second to first. Vientos to Beatty to Alonso. They're all our guys. Like, They're all Mets, like drafted, brought through the farm system. That's our infield. 3 of our 4. And I like this. So this is what I love about this. Yes, thank you, Lisa. I think it's just I can't stream twice at the same time. Need a more powerful computer. Someday. All right, we go to the top of the 6th inning. It is 3-1 Mets. So here's what I like. I really like how McGill has been attacking, even when he's gotten in trouble tonight. McGill has been attacking. So that's really a good deal. And I don't know, there's just something. Look at this Met strategy. Look at this team that we got. You got Tyler McGill, pitcher, drafted by the Mets. Luis Torrens, was he drafted by the Mets too? I'm not as familiar with Torrens. Let me see. Was Torrens? I believe he was. I believe he is a Mets draft pick. No. Oh, no, he's a Reds draft pick. Okay. But he's mostly been a minor leaguer with the Mets. Okay, Pete Alonso, drafted by the Mets. Brett Beatty, drafted by the Mets. Mark Vientos, drafted by the Mets. Brandon Nimmo, drafted by the Mets. Like, there have been years where you can see this whole Mets defense starting lineup, and you're like, only 1 or 2 guys came through our farm system. This is like half of this team. And then the Mets are just spending their money in kind of this top and bottom of the barrel options, right? So they spend really big on Lindor and Soto to bring in players from other teams to fill in major holes. And then they kind of seek the bargain bin stuff, right? So players who they can pay less than maybe what they are worth to the team. You know, they're probably paying market value, but they're worth more to the team. That's where your Jesse Winker, your Jose Siri comes in. You know, it's really fun to see a team being built this way. All right, Juan Soto is at the plate. Soto already had 1 home run today, and it was impressive, guys. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure you go watch it. It was so impressive. That's a strike down the middle. It's 1 ball, 1 strike on Juan Soto. It's 3-1 Mets. We are in the top of the 6th inning. That is low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Mets are up 3-1. It's just, the way this team is being put together. Tyrone Taylor's another one of those bargain bin guys, you know, and like the pitching lab has been impressive too. That's also low. 3-1. Uh-oh. Soto steps out, takes his time out here. Three balls and 1 strike. What does Soto have here? That's a ball. And that's exactly what you want from Juan Soto. If he doesn't get a good pitch, he takes the walk. Oh, my God. Guys, that's so beautiful. I mean, I'll admit, I have not studied Juan Soto that much before this season. You know, he's just a great ball player on other teams. But seeing that swing, it's like the speed. Okay, Pete Alonso is at the plate, swings and misses the first one. Looks like Pete's overswinging just a little bit to start the season here, at least from what I'm seeing tonight. And that is high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, Alonso is trying to hit enough home runs to become the Mets' all-time home run leader this season. Barring injury, I don't see why that wouldn't happen. That is high and inside. Yeah, he did not swing at that. My goodness. They're appealing everything because they're calling like even like a third of a swing. They're calling all those as swing strikes. 2 balls, 1 strike to Pete here. It'd be really nice to see Pete have like a nice solid extra base hit this at bat. That gets off the catcher's glove outside. Soto easily advances to second base. Well, now you just need a single from Pete. 3 balls and 1 strike. Perfect hitters count for Pete. Hunter Brown is still in here. And that is ball 4. So the Mets have runners on first and second. Nobody out in the top of the 6th inning. What is Hunter Brown's pitch count at? Because I got to imagine it's getting up there. Oh, yeah. This could be it. Hunter Brown could be done. He's at 84 pitches. They were going to do a meeting at the mound here. All right. Just for presentation's sake, let's just try something. You guys tell me if you like this way or not. The problem is it's ahead. My screen share is ahead. I just can't do it. It doesn't work. I wanted to. The game day is about one to 2 pitches ahead of my call. So I got to figure out how to get these headphones, but I don't even know if I want to stream off of this computer. I got to figure out how to get a faster stream. I'm just going to need a better computer. All right. Hunter Brown is staying in, even with 84 pitches. This is Brandon Nimmo at the plate. So now we've seen leadoff Nimmo a couple of times. Now you get the opportunity to see kind of more the power hitter Nimmo. This is the spot. And what I love about Nimmo is he can do it, right? If he comes up and there's nobody on base and you just need a base runner, Nimmo knows how to hit the ball the other way, put the ball in play, get on base, and do that. If, on the other hand, comes up with runners in scoring position, now he's developed that power out where he can do that. That's a big swing and a miss there. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nimmo. But he's started to vary his repertoire here, so now he can do both. So the Mets are threatening. Right? I think it's time for Rally Pig to come out. Rally Pig's worked once today, so we're going to bring out Rally Pig again. 3 balls and 1 strike. 2 balls and 1 strike is the count now on Nimmo. Mets are leading 3-1, but they're threatening with runners on first and second. The top of the 6th inning, nobody out on back-to-back walks. Swung, fouled it back there. That's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brandon Nimmo. We got the Rally Pig out. Let me see if I can find a good place to set Rally Pig up here. He disappears. Rally Pig disappears if he's not back down the black here. Nimmo grounds this one. Tags Pete Alonso out and then throws over to first to get Nimmo on the double play. That's just a rough thing. Soto does advance to third, so we're not out of this. Inning's not over, but that's kind of a killer. All right, so that's a double play. Yeah, and Pete tried to avoid the tag. He just couldn't do it. Too much momentum for Pete once he gets running. All right, so now we need a clutch hit by Mark Vientos here. First pitch is a strike down the middle. No balls, 1 strike. He did already have. Vientos had an RBI double tonight, so. Man, what's Brown's pitch count at? It's got to be so high. He fouls that one back. No balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, he's already at 91 pitches. It's so crazy. We were seeing the Cubs pulling out their starter in Japan, pitching a no-hitter with 69 pitches. I would love to see we get to the point where pitchers are consistently getting these higher pitch counts again. That one's in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Juan Soto is on third, so and they have already had a pass ball. They also had a error on a caught stealing play. It was a good block by the catcher, though. Did everything textbook. Flipped the glove over, got down. Oh, Vientos fouls it off to stay alive. Good 2-strike swing. So good to just get a bat on the ball, foul it off, and get your next pitch. Hunter Brown still pitching. We got a battle going on here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Vientos, that was a ball, but he swung at it and fouled it away. Yeah, the Vientos double, I missed that because I had to take care of a couple things when that happened, but that was a really good at bat. All you need here is a single. I think Vientos is going to take his time out here. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Mets did have 2 on and nobody out, but then Nimmo grounded into a really fluky, unfortunate double play. In the dirt. Blocked again by the catcher. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Vientos making some good decisions here, fouling off the close pitches, letting the really bad ones go. I think Vientos is someone who's going to really blossom a lot having Juan Soto on the team. I'm not saying Vientos is going to ever become a Juan Soto caliber player, but I think he can learn a lot from his hitting approach. He hits it, but it's a little not deep enough, and that's going to be a fly out to pretty deep center field, but there's just a huge center field there that is going to retire the side. It is going to be 3-1 Astros. Rally Pig, you need to go rest up. Didn't quite make it work that time, Rally Pig. We got the runs from the Rally Pig previously. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Appreciate everybody being here with us tonight. We are MetropoliFins. We are YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Going to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 3-1 Mets. I'm assuming Tyler McGill is going to come out again and pitch. He's only at 70 pitches. So very good night for Tyler McGill. A good night for Juan Soto. Despite that last at-bat, Vientos had a nice RBI double. Nimmo's had an okay night. Pete's still kind of struggling to find his groove, but I like how things are coming together. Obviously, the longer Vientos can go, the longer McGill can go, the less we're going to have to use the bullpen here tonight. So we are going to raid some small creators during the 7th inning stretch. So I'm going to start hunting, trying to find some creators to raid. So that way we'll be ready. All we're going to do is just go in, send them some love, like their streams if you like them. Let's go Mets versus Astros. Click on the live tab. All right, that's not someone actually talking. Is this someone who's actually reacting? Yeah, we got somebody. We got to make sure they've got a. All right. Yep. So we got one person that we can raid for sure. We got a bigger audience than us, but that doesn't mean we can't go over. All right. It is Jake Myers at the plate here. All right. So we got a strike three, check swing with the ball gets away from Terens, and Jake Myers is going to reach first base anyway. All right. It was a good job by Terens to try to make the throw. Good job by Pete to come off the bag. But yeah. So now we're back to the top of the Astros order here. Jose Altuve is going to be not leading off, but he'll be at the plate here as we speak. All right, here we go. McGill goes for the pickoff play for the first pitch, and Jake Myers gets back to first. All right, so no balls and one strike to Jose Altuve. That ball is fouled away. Terens get something. I don't know. Terens is like, I don't know if he got dirt in his eye or something. No balls and two strikes. I like how McGill is just going after these guys, though. So it's Altuve squeezes it just past Lindor. It's going to be a base hit. That is going to be all. That's going to be all for McGill here. 77 pitches total for McGill on the evening. So 77 pitches. McGill is coming out. We've got a pitching change. So we're going to see who's coming in. Hang tight. When we get to the seventh inning, we're going to raid some other creators. They're all bigger than us, but that's all right. I'm just making sure I got them lined up. And I got three of them. I got three streams that I see other people are streaming. So in the seventh inning, We're going to go rate them, share some love, like their stream, everything like that. Appreciate you guys being with us tonight. We are MetropoliFins. We're YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel, coming to you here on a Friday night. My arms like just disappear. Green screen technology is kind of cool. So appreciate everybody hanging out. Hope you are doing well. Let's see if we've got. It looks like it's going to be Reed Garrett. Reed Garrett is going to be the reliever for you. We'll copy and paste that over here. It's the place for the helpful hardware, folks. Well, appreciate everybody hanging out with us here tonight. So we're still on commercial break. Reed Garrett is warming up, coming in the game. High pressure, high leverage situation. So he is going to be put to the test as we speak. McGill pitched well this game. You know, and even this inning, he struck the guy out. The ball got away from the catcher. That's not really on McGill. The ball, then the next hit squeezed right past Lindor. Just kind of a seeing eye single. So they are his runners officially, but I feel very happy with McGill's performance. First pitch, nice pitch. Low inside corner, strike one. Isaac Paredes is up for the Astros. Runners on first and second. Mets have the lead, but it is a scary situation right now. It is a scary situation. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. That is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's really good. Last night we only used 2 relievers, even though we didn't get 5 full innings out of Clay Holmes. Still only used 2 relievers. That sets the Mets up nice for tonight and tomorrow. And I believe the Mets have an off day on Sunday, which is crazy. 2 balls and 1 strike here. Reed Garrett pitching to Isaac Paredes. Runners on first and second. Nobody out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Paredes grounds that one foul down the third baseline. Welcome, everybody. We are MetropoliFins. We're YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel. Appreciate you being here with us tonight. Hope you are doing well. Let's see if the Mets can figure out how to get out of this absolute jam that they are in. It was a drop third strike and then a seeing eye single. That's what it took to knock McGill out of the game at the end here. Paredes is going to step out, use his timeout here as we speak. We'll do a full scoreboard update here. We're also hang tight because we're going to raid some other creators for the 7th inning. Oh, beautiful pitch. Froze him. That was nice. It looked like it was going to be inside and just curved right back over the plate. So that's 1 out. So now the double play is definitely in effect. That was a beautiful pitch, guys. Just absolutely beautiful. And he knew it, too. Here we go. So now we got 1 out, but it's not going to get any easier. It's Yordan Alvarez here. So it's amazing how many times in these situations, it's always just like the guy you least want to see is the guy who ends up coming to the plate. First pitch is going to be inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So Mets are looking for a strikeout or a double play here. Anything that can keep the runners from advancing would be great while still getting an out. Nice pitch down the middle. Strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Reed Garrett is trying to get McGill out. McGill is in line for the win if these 2 runs do not score. They're both McGill's responsibility. Goes high. That's 2 balls and a strike. So McGill, selfishly, of course, as a team player, wants to win, wants to get out of this inning, but for his own personal record, it'd be nice to get off to a 1-0 start. Of course, the Mets need to not give up the lead here and hold the lead without giving up the rest of the game. But gets Jordan to chase after one, foul it off. Kind of on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're hanging out with you here on a Friday night with some New York Mets baseball. All right, let's see what Reed Garrett's got here. Goes low. It's going to be a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Bottom of the 6th inning. Gotta assume Jordan's going to be swinging at anything that's close here. Let's see. Let's see. What does Reed Garrett have? He fouls it away. That pitch was kind of like low outside corner. Maybe a strike, maybe a ball. Definitely a pitch you should swing at with 2 strikes. I just want to see if we can do what do we think we got here? Takes him, ball 4, bases are loaded. Bases loaded. 1 out. Still can get out of this inning with a double play. It's a dicey situation. Because not only are you trying to preserve the win for McGill here, at least not preserve, but keep him in line for the win. That's part of it. But now you have the go-ahead run is on base too. And again, doesn't get any easier here with Christian Walker. Ball 1. And this is Garrett's problem here. He's starting out everybody with ball 1, so he's just battling right from the beginning. You really want to see first pitch strikes with your relievers here. Let's see, what does he have? Fouled it off. One ball, 1 strike. That ball's fouled away. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us here tonight. Mets are in a jam. This is not fun. Let's go, Reed Garrett. Use the power of the beard. Nice pitch there. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Christian Walker at the plate. Bases loaded. 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning. Mets are currently up 3-1, but the Astros have their biggest chance of the night so far. Reed Garrett is pitching. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'd love to see that curveball again that he threw to Paredes. He got him. Swing and a miss. There we go. There's 2 outs. It's not over yet, but Yanier Diaz is at the plate. That goes a long way. It's a tough situation Reed Garrett's come into. Even with the 1 walk to Jordan, if he could get out of this inning without giving up any runs. We've got our rock solid relief performance that we give out from my pet rock. He's got a chance. This is what you're fighting for. Nice first pitch strike. High outside corner. This is fly ball, but I think he got under it. Tyron Taylor calls off Juan Soto, retires the side. The Mets get out of the jam. It is still 3-1 Mets going to the top of the 7th inning. All right, so whether it's just me or others of you are joining, no, me. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do some raids here. You are completely welcome to participate if you want to. Just send some love, share some love, and like some streams. Maybe you'll find a streamer you like even better than me. That's cool with me. I'm going to post the link in the chat and just leave kind, encouraging words, cheering on the Mets and stuff like that. So this is going to be, make sure I have the right one here. Yep, there we go. The link is in the chat for our first raid. Let me get it posted here. There we go. MetropoliFins raid. Let's go Mets, baby. So we've been rated by other creators and we've done football streams on other channels. I know it's a big deal. So it's just something, even though we're small, even though it doesn't make a huge difference, definitely want to share the love as best as we can. So do it during Sunday. If we figure out we can do it fast enough, when we can just do it during the 7th inning stretch. I think I just have to have my stuff ready to go. There we go. Thank you, Lisa. Doing some raids, doing our 7th inning stretch raids. All right, here we go. We're going to get all right, awesome. Yes. We actually did one. When did we do one? We did one, I think, for one of the other games. We're gonna do I got one other stream here. They mentioned us too, so it's cool. They're really small. That first one. This next one is small too. So we're gonna just try to keep making friends as best as we can. But thank you, Lisa. Thank you for participating. Here we go. We're gonna do the next one. There's the next one. Doing the raids. right, there are 2 outs here. Luis Angel Acuna is in, 2 outs in the top of the 7th. We've got one more raid that we're going to do. This one is the biggest of all the streams, I think. And swing and a miss by Acuna. Acuna looks like he's just not ready to catch up to big league pitching right now. All right, we've got one more raid that we are going to do tonight since we're at the 7th inning stretch. All right, the link is in the chat for the 3rd raid of the night. All right, we are back. It is the bottom of the 7th inning. I got to get my banners set up here. It is 3-1. The Mets looked absolutely pathetic in the top of the 7th. AJ Minter is in the game. Definitely one of the key bullpen additions for the Mets this season. His job is to come in, set up for Edwin Diaz in the 9th. That's his job. First 2 pitches are balls, though. So it's 2 balls and no strikes. So Mets relievers having some trouble. Thank you for participating in the raids, Lisa. Appreciate you so much. We're going to keep doing it. It'll probably be a lot of the same guys every time, but that's all right. We're still going to send the love. Send the love, share the love. Maybe someday we'll have a much bigger group to raid with. So it's fun, though. It's fun. We'll cover some other random games, too. So we'll raid some other streamers, or we'll just pick a different game. Two balls and 1 strike here. That ball is fouled out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we're going to see. Edwin Diaz has been a little shaky in the preseason, but two balls and 2 strikes for AJ Minter. Pitching to Jeremy Pena right here. That one is in the dirt. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. All right, we do not want a leadoff walk here. If he's going to make it on base, make him earn it, Minter. Grounder to third. Vientos scoops. Throws it out. Throws him out at first. There's one out. Bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch to Cam Smith is going to be low. And again, another first pitch ball. So I would say of all the cautions that I'm seeing tonight, lots of first pitch balls by our relievers. They've managed to dodge the bullet so far, but you just can only do that so much before it's going to eventually catch up to you. That's a strike down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, and that one's outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. AJ Minter trying to just get through this inning. Obviously, the Mets will try to score some insurance runs, but essentially try to potentially set this up for Edwin Diaz. That's a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cam Smith is just a dynamic prospect rookie for the Astros. He's only 22 years old, so broke camp. I have him as one of the American League Rookie of the Year favorites this year. Woo, that one's in the dirt. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I just don't want to see him come through here with a hit, but he's got lots of good potential. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Oh, outside, ball 4. That's a tough call. I think that would have been one that Minter would have challenged if we had the ABS system, but that's a strike. I mean, if that box is right, that's a strike. I don't see how that's not a strike. That would have been challenged with ABS. We got to get it. We got to get the ball strike challenge system. These are the at-bats. This is the point in the game that pitchers, catchers, batters, both sides need to have that at their disposal. Brendan Rodgers is at the plate. First pitch is a ball. Again, it's just you can't just be getting behind. That's a strike. That pitch was a little more outside than the one that was called a ball to Cam Smith, though. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike. Cam Smith is on first on that walk. That wasn't a walk. AJ Minter throws over. Easily gets back. Not a super fast throw over or anything like that, but there's the pitch, grounded to Lindor. He's gonna take the play to first because Cam Smith was going to be in. So Cam Smith does make it over to second. Brendan Rodgers is retired at first. 2 outs here. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Mets are up 3-1, but we're back to the top. Oh, not yet. Jake Myers. 9 hole. Sorry. Thought we were back to the top lineup. We have one more. But Jose Altuve is on deck, so you want to get out of this inning right here. Jake Myers has 2 strikeouts tonight. You would love to see a third one here. First pitch is called strike. At least on the check swing, they call it a strike. AJ Minter is battling here. You got to get Jake Myers here. That one's in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll see what AJ Minter's got. This is why you brought him in. You brought him in for these pressure situations. Remember, there was some talk originally that he wasn't going to be ready for opening day. So the fact that he's here and in the high leverage situation obviously means that they're feeling like he is fully recovered and ready to go. So this is good. Let's see if he can get out. Myers fouls that one off. There's a fastball. That was kind of got a little too much of the plate there, but he got away with it because it was fast enough. And Jake Myers was late on the swing. So it's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 7th inning. We'll see. We'll see who the Mets throw out. If Minter's going to get 2 innings here. Who they have? They have Ryan Stanek is warming up in the bullpen. So we'll see. Swing and a miss. He got him. That's the 3rd strikeout on the day for Jake Myers. Not great day for him. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Mets are leading 3-1. So Terens is due to lead off for the Mets here. And then you go back to the top of the lineup. Lindor and Soto. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to be right back with you. I'm going to give you guys a little music. Hold on. I'll be right back. All right, we are back with you here. Got to get my my stream here. Got a little bit behind. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. Sorry, I'm getting to the point where I haven't had supper yet, so I'm gonna have to throw a pizza in the oven. So I got something to eat here as soon as this game is over. Terens, is that going to be? It's the top off the top of the wall. It's going to be a leadoff double for Luis Terens. I thought that was going to be out. I first of all, I didn't think you could hit the ball like that. That was opposite field. Where does this ball hit? Oh, barely. Man, he missed a home run by like 2 inches. That was a really good camera view there. That was like 2 inches away from being a home run. Instead, it's a leadoff double. Francisco Lindor is at the plate. Lindor does not yet have a hit on the season. Let's get Lindor the hit right now. We're going to bring out the Rally Pig one more time. Let's go, Rally Pig. Lindor is hit by the pitch. Rally pick, that's not what we want. We do not want Lindor hit by the pitch. Yeah, I got him. Ooh, that got him like right on the inner thigh. That's gonna hurt. All right, well, Rally Pig looks a little too smug with getting Lindor on first with a hit by pitch. Lindor's smiling though. It's gonna be sore tomorrow, that's for sure. All right, and you know who's up, right? Just like the Astros got all their key hitters up. Here's Juan Soto. We got our Juan Soto ready. First pitch is going to be a called strike. Soto's got a walk and a home run today. That's the ball. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. He gets a under it, high fly ball. It's going to be playable in right field. Terens is going to fake the tag and just go back to second. So there's going to be 1 out. So Soto did not get all of that. All right. It's Pete Alonso at the plate. First pitch is a strike. Just catches the lower part of the strike zone there. Also a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners on first and second. 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. We got the Rally Pig out. Rally Pig is 1 for 2 today. That's high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good pitch to pitch to Pete there. That's a good choice. Sometimes Pete's been known to swing at that high pitch, so that's too far outside to get him to swing though. I need him over the plate, but high. That's also outside, so Pete's working the count here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Pete at the plate. Nimmo, Vientos, Winker are due up as the next 3. That's also high. They have not given him, once they got him to 0-2, he hasn't seen a strike since. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We got a full count. We got the Rally Pig ready to go. We got Pete Alonso ready to swing. Grounds it towards third. And it's going to be a fielder's choice. Good play by the third baseman to get the runner at second. But Pete hustles down the line to stay out of the double play barely. I mean, Pete barely beat that out. So, all right, they're going to do a pitching change here. Brian King is going to come in for the Astros with Brandon Nimmo due at the plate. They're going to try to go the lefty-lefty matchup here. We'll see how that plays out for them. Josh, how's it going? Yeah, I know. You got your Houston going. How are you doing, Josh? We got the rally pig out right now for the Mets. Runners on first and third. 2 outs. There's a pitching change going on right now. Houston's doing I can post it. Brian King coming in. So Mets are currently up 3-1. We are in the top of the 8th inning. They are threatening to score, but there are 2 outs now. Brandon Nimmo is up. They're going to go lefty on lefty here. Hope everybody is doing awesome tonight. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that like, hit that subscribe. Savage Batman, man, everybody's showing up now. Everybody done working for the night? Everybody ready to just kind of chill out, hang out for the next, the rest of the 8th and the 9th inning? Hope everybody is doing awesome tonight. Josh is always rooting for the wrong team. Hey, you guys should know I did 3 catering orders today. I think that's a new record for me. None of them was more than, they were all under 50, but I did 3 in one day. So we'll take what we're given. So all right, first pitch is fouled off. Thank you for the like and the share, Savage Batman. Appreciate you guys so much. Hope everybody is doing well. The Mets are up. Brandon Nimmo is at the plate. Yep, I'm calling that a win. That's a strike in the bottom half of the plate. No balls and 2 strikes to Nimmo. So just looking at a single scores a run here. There you go. Fouls that ball away. That's exactly what you want Nimmo to do. And on for those of you who are part of the other channel, Side Hustle, I'm trying to do a collab with Katie with Kaylee tomorrow. Nimmo rips it. Oh, just foul down the first base line. So I'm trying to do a collab with Kaylee like tomorrow afternoon, but hopefully my phone will be working. So we got the rally pig here. Let's go, Brandon Nimmo. Don't let us down. We need the rally pig magic. First and third, 2 outs. Still a no ball, 2 strike count. Nimmo spoiled a couple of pitches here. Let's see what we got. And Nimmo's going to call his timeout here. So it's 3-1 in the top of the 8th inning. We did some raids at for the 7th inning stretch, which was kind of fun. Went over. Let's see what Nimmo can do here. Gets a bat on it, but Jake Myers is there, and Rally Pig, you fail again. Come on, Rally Pig. Come on, Rally Pig. It is 3-1. We are going to the bottom of the 8th inning. I'm going to go check on my pizza here real quick. Hold on. Pizza's not ready yet. That's all right. It's going to be ready when the game is over for sure. Lisa's pet, the Rally Pig. I also have, this is for the rock solid. This is the pet rock I made when I was in kindergarten, guys. That's a little hard to show him, but both of his eyes fell out like a long time ago. This is for the rock solid relief performance. So that's my pet. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us here tonight. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're on the journey to 150 subscribers. We're actually not too far away. I don't know where we're at. We were at 137 the last time I checked. Let's see. Where are we? 138. Awesome. We're going to be doing another giveaway here soon. I got to get it set up. But appreciate everybody hanging out. We're on commercial break right now, so you're not missing anything. All right, we do have a pitching change. Josh needs a pet. Yeah. We got a pitching change for the Mets here. Ryan Stanek. He's coming in for AJ Minter. Edwin Diaz is set to pitch the ninth if the Mets can get there with a lead. First pitch is the ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Jose Altuve is up, but at least if you're a Mets fan, you're facing Altuve the way you want to with nobody on base. That ball is fouled back. Altuve's helmet pops off. 1 ball and 1 strike. By the way, I've been standing this whole game, so my normal desk chair was in use for family game night. So 1 ball, 1 strike. That ball is popped up. It's going to be out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Luckily, I have one of those adjustable desks, so it was just all I had to do was just move the desk up. It's about the highest I think I've ever had it. That is high and inside. Fans aren't going to like that. Two balls, 2 strikes. No outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3-1 Mets. Ryan Stanek pitching. Jose Altuve at the plate. That one's in the dirt. It's going to be a full count. But you do not want to walk Altuve. Even if he hits a home run here, it doesn't hurt you. I mean, at least doesn't hurt you bad because you're still up by 1. So you got to give him a pitch to hit here. No walks. Mets relievers have struggled with first pitch balls and some walks tonight. He swings at it, fouls it away. That was a good pitch. It might have been a ball, might have been a strike. Definitely a 2-strike swinger. And just foul it off, get to the next pitch. Foul it off, get to the next pitch. That's your job here as the batter. And that one's in the dirt, and he walks him. The control of Mets relief pitchers has left a little something to be desired. Sub-Zero, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I appreciate you being here. Having fun here tonight. Hopefully this game is going to end well, too. So, trying to just be at family-friendly, F-bomb free. That's the slogan I got. Family-friendly, F-bomb free. So, Isaac Paredes is up. First pitch is another ball. Another batter where the Mets pitcher gets behind in the count. And he rips it. Did he get enough of it? Just missed it. Nimmo gets under it for the catch and the out. If he had hit that to left field, that would have been really close to a home run. But it went left center. He barely missed it. I mean, and he grooved that. That was like He just got under it. Yep, you can see it on the replay. All right, Yordan Alvarez is at the plate with 1 out here. Altuve on first. First pitch strike. That's what we like to see. I got to remember to put more things up on the screen. There you go, Sub-Zero. Still gotta. It's like my opening day too. There, another nice pitch, swing and a miss. We covered like the first inning yesterday, and then after that. Now, yesterday, I wasn't here because I was coaching my son's little league game, and so I just put on the game cast of the Mets, and that got like 1,000 views over 3 hours, which is crazy. Fouled off, no balls and 2 strikes. 99-mile-an-hour pitch there from Stanek. No balls and 2 strikes. Fouls another one off. Professional hitter right here. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. If you haven't done so, please hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're rocking and rolling on a Friday night so far. Mets are in the lead. It is 3-1 Mets. Bottom of the 8th inning. Ryan Stanek is pitching. No balls and 2 strikes. Yordan Alvarez. That's a ball inside. There's Savage Batman. Doing Savage Batman things. Jose Altuve is on first with 1 out here. Grounder. Oh, Acuna makes a nice diving play. It gets the out at first. Good defense there by Acuna. That's where Acuna. You've got to know, Sub-Zero, that's Savage Batman's. That's his catchphrase. He just comes into every stream and says that. He's a Red Sox fan, so you just have to pardon him. He's despite those championships that he got, it's still just kind of all right. So on that play, Altuve did move up to second, but the Mets got the out, which is just as important here. Christian Walker is at the plate. He lines that one to right field, right at Juan Soto. And that retires the side. The Mets get out of it. We are going to the 9th inning. We are going to the top of the 9th inning. Buckle up, everybody. All right, so the Mets have due up Vientos, Winker, and Tyrone Taylor. Vientos, Winker, Tyrone Taylor. That's who's due up. I don't. That's why I'm catching you up, just so you know. Don't get offended by Savage Batman. He has all sorts of crazy hot takes. He'll throw out the Juan Soto is overrated eventually too. Don't worry about it. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta put up with kind-hearted fans of other teams who just don't quite get it. Which is funny because even though we are a Mets channel primarily, we have lots of Mets fans who are defenders of Aaron Judge. So I'd take Aaron Judge on my team. Well, awesome. So glad that you're here with us tonight, Sub-Zero. And hopefully we'll get to celebrate it. Are you a Mets fan? I guess I'm assuming you're a Mets fan, but are you a Mets fan, Sub-Zero? Or what other teams do you follow or like? Yeah, everyone has the right to their own opinion. That is true. And everyone else has a right to disagree with that opinion as well. Oh, you're Yankees to the bone. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yankees to the bone. So my one connection to the Yankees is I know if you're familiar with Yankee history, Bobby Richardson. I know Bobby Richardson's granddaughters, a couple of them. I was on summer staff at a camp with a couple of Bobby Richardson's granddaughters, and somewhere I have his autograph as well. So Bobby Richardson was spent a lot of time with Mickey Mantle near the end of Mickey Mantle's life. Of course, they were on the same team together, so they played together for years. But yeah, it's top of the ninth inning. It is 1 ball and no strike on Mark Vientos. What's your take on this season, Sub-Zero? Do you think the Yankees? I picked the Yankees to be the first team out, like basically the team that misses the playoffs. Do you think you guys can survive without Garrett Cole and then with Luis Heel injured? And I think Clark Schmidt is out too, right? Like, not necessarily Cole all season. The other two, I think, are coming back. But do you think the Yankees are going to be able to survive that injury onslaught? Swing and a miss there by Vientos. 2 balls and 1 strike. Mets are just looking for a base runner here. You're looking for an insurance run. Ooh, that pitch was like all ball, and then it really curved back, but not quite over the plate. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. It's a good spot for Vientos. Vientos already has a big RBI here. Be nice to see him get a hit, get on base. Gets under it. Pops it up. Jake Myers gets under it. That's going to be the first out. It was a good pitch to hit. He just didn't hit it well. Griffin Canning will be pitching tomorrow. We will be doing a mobile delivery stream, most likely. That is the plan tomorrow. Mobile. I'll be delivering food and then covering the game, I think, from like 7 o'clock on, if I can get my phone working. This is Jesse Winker at the plate with 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Mets are looking for a base runner here. Figure out how to get an insurance run home. Tyrone Taylor is on deck, and Luis Angel Acuna is in the hole. He came in as a defensive substitute for Brett Beatty. No balls and 2 strikes to Winker. I'm going to have to go check on my pizza here. Hopefully soon, but hopefully not too soon. I think I'm starting to smell it. I don't want to burn my pizza. That's 1-2. Hold on, I'm going to go check. All right, we're back. Pizza was done. I'm not going to eat it now. It's for after the game. That ball gets past the catches. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody's on, so nobody advances. Objectively, the bullpen will save a lot of games, and our defense got better at second base. And to be fair, your defense probably got better in right field too. Because what you lost with Soto, at least you gained some defense in the outfield. So it'll be interesting to see. I have my predictions video out for the season. Some of my takes are some nice hot takes. But I'm not as high on the Red Sox as some people are. I have the Orioles winning the AL East. I actually have the Orioles winning the World Series. They're my World Series pick this year. I think they have that extra year of maturity. They kind of remind me of that Royals team that beat the Mets in the World Series 11 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever that was. Was that 2015, 10 years ago? All right, full count here. Strike 3, called strike 3. Yeah, it's definitely a strike. Winker doesn't like it. It was a strike, Winker. But I like your fire. I can see why he thinks it was inside, but it crossed the plate. I'm telling you that they have this homegrown roster. Tyrone Taylor's at the plate. First pitch is a strike. No balls and 1 strike. They have a homegrown roster. Their starting pitching is solid. Their bats are good. Hey, so how far do you think the Orioles are going to make as an Orioles fan? I just think that they're kind of the team that can kind of catch people off guard. You've got everything from a good hitting catcher. You've got MVP caliber players. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think it's going to be a battle. I'm fans of a Subway Series. I'm not in the super Yankee hater Met fan crowd. Ooh, Taylor swung on a ball that was about to hit him, so that was not a good at bat there. All right, we are going to the bottom of the 9th inning. O's will be a first round exit. Dodgers over Rangers. Yeah, that's a good pick too. I'm cheering big time for DeGrom to have a comeback season. I want DeGrom to just be. I want him to have 3 or 4 solid years of injury-free baseball, and even if he'll never go back to being the dominant pitcher he once was, I'm all aboard seeing DeGrom come back. Is he pitching? When is he due to pitch? Did he pitch already? I don't know where they. Let's see. Let's see. Because I don't. Looks like Jack Leiter pitched today. Jonah Heim had 2 home runs for the Rangers today. Detroit should have won that game. Well, for what it's worth, Detroit is beating the Dodgers 2-0 today, at least. So it would be nice to at least get the Dodgers their first win of the season. So I'll post a couple of video links here really quick for those of you who care. Let's go here. One is, so if you like kind of the random baseball trivia stuff, this is a video I did today entitled this. So that kind of has some of the random weird stats. Like, for example, Tyler O'Neill yesterday hit a home run on opening day for the 6th consecutive opening day. That's one of the tidbits in there. So if you like kind of weird tidbits and trivia and stuff like that. All right, we got Edwin Diaz in, so we got the trumpets. Of course, we won't get the trumpets in Houston, but trumpets are out. It is 3-1. Mets over the Astros. Edwin Diaz did not have a great spring. His velocity is down, or was down in spring. So now let's see what we have. The good news is he does not have to face the top part of the lineup. He gets like the middle into the bottom of the lineup here. Yanier Diaz. First pitch is a 98-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. So that's as good as come. Yep. Gage, I agree. There you go. There's 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. I think that one was 98 as well. Excuse me. Well, just missed on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yanier Diaz at the plate. Gage, welcome. Thanks for hanging out with us here tonight. He spoils that pitch. That one's fouled away. Remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. In Luke Weaver, we trust. The Yankees will be good. Mark my words. Jason Dominguez, do you have him as a Rookie of the Year candidate this year? Will the alien come through? Heater and slider combo went on as untouchable. I agree. And I do think, oh, man, they swung at that slider. That was like a foot off the plate. And it made him look silly. Good vintage Diaz. We like that. There's one out. One out, everybody. He just made him look foolish. And you got to remember, in spring, first pitch, beautiful strike. I did. You might have missed it. I got my trumpet here. The alien will be good. Had to get the opening jitters out of the way. Yeah. Oh, it's a big deal. Hey, no one had as bad of a day yesterday as Jackson Churio with 5 strikeouts. So if you didn't strike out 5 times, then that's fouled off. It's no balls and 2 strikes. What excuse will the Astros use this game? Well, I'm going to tell you what. This is the type of Mets game that I think we're going to see more of than some people think. Foul ball. I mean, the Astros hitters are trying to stay alive here. Altuve and Dominguez play the outfield the same. So I haven't actually watched Dominguez in the outfield. Is his defense a concern? But I kind of think that, all jokes aside, I kind of think that the outfield defense is just, even with Soto with the Mets, I'm just not that concerned about it. That's why they have Tyrone Taylor and Jose Siri to cover a much larger chunk of the outfield. So I think it's easier to hide defensive deficiencies in the outfield more than anywhere else, because you just stick them in right field. Fly ball out to left field. Nimmo gets the break on it and makes the out. That's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. So I just think the whole outfield defense is overblown, I guess, just in general. All right. And if you want to make fun of my predictions and stuff, I just want to throw that link up too, in case you want something to watch after this. First pitch is fouled away. So first pitch strike for everybody. That was my prediction thread. So if you want to go there and make fun of me, all my hot takes. I haven't even mentioned my hottest take that nobody's predicting. So it's probably going to age poorly based off of at least day 1. But did that. 1 ball, 1 strike. No trash can, no glory. That one's outside on the slider. 2 balls, 1 strike. I agree, because his slider only works well when he's even or ahead in the count. Once he gets behind, it's easier to lay off. Fly ball, right center field. Juan Soto gets under it, and his defense works for that play. And that is the game. Your Mets are winners tonight. At least those of you who are Mets fans. Appreciate you guys hanging out. A great game by Tyler McGill. He got into a little trouble. The bullpen bailed him out. Juan Soto's first home run of the game. So we had our Juan Soto soda. And some good at-bats by Nimmo, Vientos in the middle of the lineup. Lindor's still off to a normal slow start, but we got the win. We got the first win out of the way. A whole lot. Yeah, raise those apples. I love it. Raise those apples. Let's go, Mets, baby. We're going to give I'm going to give the rock solid relief performance tonight. That's going to go to, we're going to go Reed Garrett, because when he came in, it was huge because he came in with runners on in a super difficult situation, bailed out Tyler McGill, and that really helped. I mean, there was lots of good. I mean, you look at the relief pitching performance tonight. Reed Garrett, 1 inning pitch, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. AJ Minter, 1 inning pitch, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Ryan Stanek, 1 inning pitch, 1 walk. Edwin Diaz, 1 inning pitch, 1 strikeout. So back-to-back days of just absolute splendid bullpen performances for the Mets. Soto gets his first home run out of the way. The Mets get their first win out of the way, which, again, this just takes away some of those narratives that people were going to want to build around the Mets. Oh, look, the Mets lose 2 games. Now the Mets lose 3 games. Now you don't have that. That narrative just doesn't exist. So I'm liking how this team is built. If I got one criticism, I do not like the way that this Beatty Acuna thing is being handled. I think Beatty should be the starter and Acuna should be the defensive replacement while he's up here, unless there's an obvious great matchup. But I don't think they should just play lefty-righty matchups for those 2 guys all the time. Brett Beatty had an on-fire spring, and through 2 games, he's had, 2 plate appearances? Is that it? I mean, that's the one critique that I would have so far is if McNeil were in, right? If McNeil were not hurt, it would have been McNeil and Beatty would have made the roster, and Acuna would not have even made this roster. So if Beatty then is second, right? If he's the backup, I just feel like Beatty should be the one getting the starts, get him the playing time, and then use Acuna as a pinch runner. You can use Acuna as a defensive replacement later in the game. He made a great defensive play, but I just I understand you want to get him at bats and stuff, but that's where I'm at. Well, anyway, I appreciate all you guys. The better New York team plays tomorrow. Sub-Zero, thanks for hanging out. Gage, thanks for hanging out. Make sure you guys hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll probably be doing coverage of the game, but it'll be while I'm doing food delivery tomorrow night, most likely. So it'll be on a vertical live stream. But if you like and subscribe, you'll probably get notified for that. Appreciate you guys posting some videos you guys can check out. Please check out the channel. We're family friendly and F-bomb free. And the Mets win. Have a great night. Let's go Mets, baby.